Hi, and welcome back to Willie Morgan and the Curse of Bonetown. Let's continue straight on and see if we can find these next pieces of the map today. Alright, I've been carrying around this sign for a while. I think I am going to put it where the Reverend said.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, so that's exactly what the Reverend wanted me to do. So what is this pitching machine?
You just have to press the button. Let's see what happens.
It doesn't do it.
Oops. Technically, it wasn't all my fault. I just followed the Reverend's instructions to the letter.
Yes, but he did also say not to do that. I have broken. Oh my god! Uh-oh.
It's a fragment of the stained glass window. It seems to contain a piece of paper.
What? You are joking. It does not.
Hold still, son. Don't touch anything. At least until I know who did it.
All right.
I did it though. I want that piece of paper.
What happened?
Somebody, some ungodly soul guided by an evil hand, damaged the sacred stained glass windows. Have you seen any black sheep wandering in my church?
No.
I think I saw some kids playing up front.
I thought so.
Yes.
Surely it was one of them. Can you describe the person?
Redhead.
Red-haired,
Anything else?
Glasses.
skinny,
Any distinguishing marks?
thick glasses.
It's clear. Classic Richard. I'll go and resolve the situation. Nobody can disfigure the sacred church of Bonetown, shelter of the poor, symbol of faith,
This guy goes
beacon
on and on.
of the community.
He's really mad. But now I can pick up this piece of paper.
Weird. I could have sworn there were some micro-inscriptions on the glass. Actually, this glass shard contains a piece of the map. Supposedly the one belonging to Reverend Drake.
Oh, yes. No way. No way.
Almost there. I'm already at 7 pieces.
And I know the other two. The music. The music store. And the pharmacist. Yes. I do need to try and get this object though.
It has lots of uses, but not... I don't need it here.
That's done it.
Maybe now they will come in handy.
Finally. I wonder if inside that is the music roll from the piano. Please, please, please. Yes, that is...
Got it. It's not a chimney.
That's what it
It looks more
is.
like a roll with a series of engravings on it. I don't think I still need these bulky tongs.
It's the music roll. Oh my god. Everything is coming together. Where's the music store? This is brilliant. It's all coming together now. Well, this place is psychedelic. It's crazy in there. But now we can put our little music roll in the piano and this will open up.
The roll should go here. That noise again. Finally, the opening is big enough to allow access. At least for a hand.
Give me the map. Give me the map.
Perfect. I can get my hand through.
Yes.
It's a piece of paper. Actually, it's a piece of Kid's map.
Yep, yep, yep. In the meantime... Oh, he's coming back. Oh, good. I need to give him the flower. That's my last bit. No way.
8 pieces. Just 1 is missing.
Alright, let's head to the pharmacist. Oh, he took so long. He was away this whole time. So this must be the very last thing that we need to do here. Alright. Here's your flour.
Perfect. Now I have everything I need. My recipe is practically done. It will be a drink that is sure to make waves in the world. Non-alcoholic, dark-colored, sparkling. It can even cure a headache.
I
Good.
wouldn't want to ruin your dream, but I think that already exists. Actually, I believe you're even in danger of clashing with some mega corporations.
What could
I
cure
know
a
the market
headache?
very well. I managed to isolate and replace the secret ingredient with another.
Really? Which one?
Well, it's the root extract of a... Oh, hey. Nice try, boy. You almost had me going there. It's the only ingredient that is not present on the list. Take it. I don't need it anymore.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the map, right? No, it's not.
Better read it away from prying eyes.
I thought that would be
Wait
the
a
map.
minute. This list is a bit strange. I can glimpse something under the text about the ingredients. It's a receipt. It says, I, Dr. Alfred Every, on July 15th, 2008, deliver to Steve Bonnet the artifacts found in the basement. In exchange, Mr. Bonnet transfers to the Every family, free of charge, the property of the building where the family business is actually located. The agreements will not be disclosed. Yours faithfully, Dr. Every.
What?
It's countersigned by Steve Bonnet, too. To which artifacts is Dr. Every referring? If the
mayor.
agreements have not been disclosed, the only one that would know anything about it is Uncle Steve. I'd better get over to his office to investigate.
Oh, I thought that he was dodgy. What is he up to? I didn't think he would be bad though, because he knows Willie.
Weird, Steve's not here. In the meantime, I could inspect his office looking for the receipt of Dr. Every.
He wouldn't ever allow me to look at this globe.
So weird. There are no notes on these papers. They're all blank. What can they do? Wait a minute. There's a button under here. I could be wrong, but they seem to have been placed in the way to hide something. There's nothing. Let's see what happens by pressing it. I wasn't expecting this. I just thought it was a drawer with some kind of mechanism.
Okay. Up the ladder we go. Oh.
It closed back automatically. There's probably another device in this room that makes it open. Why all this secrecy? And what's this room? Better take a look around.
This room is the room that that weird guy has been talking to me from. It's the mayor. Oh, what is he doing? He's a bad man.
Better let some fresh air in.
Okay, maybe we can climb out that window.
I don't want to take all of this with me. There are maps, routes, various notes. They represent months, or rather years, of uninterrupted work.
But he calls him Uncle Steve.
It looks like some sort of diary. It's a globe. Various lines were drawn on it. They look like sea routes.
This guy is bad.
It's an old rope, but it still seems to be very sturdy.
Let's take
A
it.
rope is always useful.
We can use the rope to climb out the window, I think. Otherwise, I don't know how we're going to get out of here.
It seems Steve is doing some research into the Adventure Galley, Kid's ship. There are maps, notes, excerpts from old journals and books. There's nothing useful here.
He wants the treasure too.
There's no grip to open it. And what's this? It looks like some sort of diary. There's something inside. I don't think I'm mistaken. This is a piece of the map from Kid's crew.
No
It's
way.
surely Every's, the last piece missing. Finally, the map is complete. On this piece, there are some coordinates. 47 degrees north by 78 degrees east.
47,
Brilliant. The
78.
coordinates are useless without the
Yes.
rest of the map. The light will guide you. 47 degrees
Yes.
north by 78 degrees east. It must have something to do with the old lighthouse. There's also a strange coin. Why is it here? What does Steve have to do with this story? There must be something I'm still missing.
What do I do with that strange
Let's see if there's an
coin?
explanation in the diary.
Oh, wow. Henry came back to Bonetown. Henry is Willie's father. He seemed like a kid on Christmas Eve. He said he has big news he wants to share with me. Hard to believe, Henry achieved his feat. He finally found proof that the kid treasure we always dreamed of since we were kids really exists. Henry revealed something more. One of the members of the crew appears to have been a certain Chris Every. According to Henry's research, Every, after retiring from the pirate's life, moved here to Bonetown. I have to stop by the old drugstore. They're the only Everys still living here in Bonetown. Maybe they know something and I might be able to give Henry a hand in his research. A stroke of luck. I asked Fred for permission to rummage through his old things in the basement. After a few hours, I happened to find what looked like an old piece of a map with some coordinates and a coin. The coordinates point to the outskirts of Bonetown. In exchange, Fred wanted the property of the building. 4 walls for a priceless treasure seems like a fair exchange to me. I revealed to Henry that I'd found the coordinates of the treasure. He seemed very hesitant. In his opinion, it couldn't be so easy, knowing kids I can't say that word, ingenuity. Ingenuity? It doesn't matter. I finally have the opportunity to make a fortune and write my name in history. Tomorrow I will tell Henry I'm going to start digging as soon as possible. Okay, so this guy has been digging up the whole town, ruining the water supply. So that explains all of the gutters that he's had to put in because the town now has no water. But he is after the treasure. I think Henry's going mad. He confided to me that he wants to go public with the news of finding Kid's map. I can't let him do that, not now that I'm so close to the treasure. I know what Henry has in mind. He's jealous of my discovery, and as always he wants the full honor for himself. That's not right. I'll try to talk to him again to convince him. His behavior towards me is changing. I see him increasingly taciturn and he doesn't share my ideas on how to use the treasure. It'd be good if someone checked on him down at the old inn. I'll make sure Bob and Jack keep an eye on him until he's here in Bonetown. Yesterday I went with Henry to the old cliff near the lighthouse. I asked him what happened to the piece of the map he found. He told me he put it in a safe place. After his umpteenth refusal to cooperate with the research and excavations, I understood that he wanted the treasure all for himself. Then rage took over. I attacked him, and during the fight he fell off the cliff and never resurfaced. I never wanted this to happen. Henry, for once you just had to give me space in my dreams. Still no trace of Henry's body. For the moment, it's better to keep a low profile to avoid suspicion. Elizabeth is heartbroken and little Willie probably still hasn't realized what happened. Better this way. Oh my god. Uncle Steve? Uncle Steve? He killed Henry? He killed Willie's father? After 2 months, I decided the time has come to get back to work. The shock of Henry's disappearance seems to be waning. Nothing yet. It's been months since I started digging around Bonetown, but there's no trace of the treasure. Impossible. The coordinates are right. I had to resort to city funds to finance the digs. I'm close now, I know. There are only a few places left to dig. We have to be careful. Some of the locals have noticed the excavations. I had to lie. I assured them the digs are due to the work of some unauthorized company. I have to tell the others to be even more secretive. Yep, this is all making sense now. Even Bonetown's funds are about to run out, and on top of that, it seems our last dig rerouted the vein of water that fed the torrent which serves the city. It doesn't matter. It's a necessary sacrifice for the common good. I promise to devote part of the treasure to helping the city rise again from its ashes. In the meantime, I'll try to limit the damage with some makeshift solutions. None of these yokels have the slightest clue of how to run a town hall, so if I'm careful I can still spend the last remaining funds? Oh, dude, you are one piece of work, Uncle Steve.
I can't believe this. Steve knew. Actually, Steve is the architect of Dad's death, and all because of his envy and the longing to find Kid's treasure. To think they were so close, almost brothers. Dad really trusted him, but he should have guessed his changing, and Kid wasn't that stupid. All the pieces of the map are needed to find the treasure. I have to escape from here and unmask Steve. This diary will be the proof. Better go to the old lighthouse. The light will guide you. Let's hope that's true.
Wow, this is so
hey,
bad.
What's going on?
Oh.
Boss, we can't find the young Morgan anywhere. Impossible. He can't be volatilized. Continue to search. If he has his father's insight, he has surely discovered something that we've been missing till now. I'm going back to my office. This city needs a person able to guide it. All right, let's go.
It's Steve and the innkeeper. They're in collusion. I have to get out of here as soon as possible.
Alright, let's use our rope.
Good idea. This seems to be the only possible way out.
This
See you
is
soon,
a bad
Steve.
guy. A bad guy, Uncle Steve. Oh, that's really cool. Good on you, Willy. Off to the lighthouse. Uncle Steve. Bad man. Bad man. Alright, let's finally use our
Okay,
coordinates.
let's try.
Oh, hang on. It's going to make me remember. Hang on. Where are the coordinates? 47 north, 78 east. Okay. 47 north, 78 east. 78 and 47.
Bingo!
There.
This is the point marked on the map. Let's see in what direction the lighthouse is pointing. Good.
Oh. That's the thing in the
Very
cemetery.
well. The lighthouse is positioned according to the instructions on the map. The light points in the direction of the cemetery. Better go check.
What? That's weird. Okay. I wondered why I couldn't do anything there in the cemetery. What is this?
I don't think the X meant to indicate these wooden boards.
Oh.
It'd be better to remove them.
Oh. What's that?
Once there was a legend. To access the afterlife, a boat toll was required. A weird votive sculpture. Even if we're in a cemetery, a skull, even a stone one, is always a bit scary.
Okay, I think I put the coin into that sculpture.
Maybe this coin wasn't used as currency in the earthly world, but rather to pay the ferryman for a journey to the afterlife. Let's try.
Oh, jeez. This is weird. That was...
Where did I end up?
What is this
It
place?
seems like a natural cave.
What?
I can't believe it. This is a colony of Mexican psilocybe, one of the most powerful hallucinogenic mushrooms in the world.
What?
Professor Jones showed one of these in class when explaining Aztec rituals. Their sour odor is unmistakable, and the conditions for growth seem to be ideal. Humid and lacking sun. Only a strong adrenaline rush can counteract their effect. They're supposed to proliferate only in a few areas in Central America. How did they end up here? I'm also wondering who put these wood barrels here.
That's so strange.
I'd rather not touch them. This species of mushroom is extremely dangerous. The Mexican psilocybe, even if taken in small doses, causes addiction and induces hallucinations and trance states.
Is this what Uncle Steve has been wanting? Surely not. Why would they be beneficial to the town?
I don't want to dive over there. I can't even see the bottom.
What's he planning? What is this Steve doing? What's in this place? Oh!
It can't be. The hull outline. The colors on the bulkheads.
Captain
A red
Kidd's
nightmare
ship.
sailed on the sea. Its slender shape induced all to stop and admire it. The historian Jean de Leon described the Adventure Galley this way. This is it. The Adventure
Wow.
Galley. Kidd's ship.
That is so cool.
The famous Adventure Galley. Rumors say that Kidd launched raids in all the seas and that the Adventure Galley was the richest pirate ship around.
Whoa. Surely we haven't been the first to discover this.
said that?
Who dares board my ship without permission?
Who's talking? Are you a ghost? Show yourself.
How dare you give orders to me? Only I can give orders.
Who is that? What?
It can't be. I can't believe this. My God. Dad? Dad, is that really you?
What?
I have no sons. I'm the Adventure Galley's captain.
Oh no, he's
My
gone
name
crazy.
is only whispered in both the old and new worlds. Some people call me the Scourge of the Seas. I'm William Kidd. Who are you?
He's gone crazy. What? This can't be his father. So if this is his father, he's lived down here for 10 years? For 10 years? What has he been surviving on? Those mushrooms? I think he's been eating too many of those mushrooms.
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Willie.
What tone is this? Boy, remember who you're talking to.
Oh, he's gone
I'm
crazy.
Kidd.
What happened to you? You're not Kidd. You're Henry. Henry Morgan.
Don't you ever mention that name in my presence. Morgan and Blackbeard are the reason my crew and I are here. If it wasn't for their betrayal, right now we'd be the masters of Tortuga. Instead, Morgan and Blackbeard mutinied, hired their own crew and attacked us. But nobody can take possession of William Kidd's treasure. Remember well these two names, because they're the worst enemies of Kidd's crew. Morgan and Blackbeard. What I wouldn't give to meet you face to face. And now, speak plainly, for what reason are you here?
He's gone loopy. I think we'll just play along with his little game.
Dad, Captain, I'm the new deckhand you were waiting for.
It's about time. You have permission to board and immediately get to work. The bridge needs a clean sweep. Ask the quartermaster to give you everything you need to make the ship shine. I'm going back to my cabin now. I have to plot the route for our next destination. Tortuga is waiting for us.
He's gone loopy. How do we fix him?
What's happening here? How could Dad still be alive? Why doesn't he recognize me?
Mushrooms.
I better get on the galley right now. I have to get my dad back home.
That's crazy, though. How
The
can...
ship is completely deserted. I guess Dad, or Kidd as he now considers himself, is in his cabin to the stern of the ship.
This is really crazy. How can we help him get back?
I don't want to shoot a cannon.
Okay. We need to somehow snap him out of it.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
Captain, can you tell me your story?
Is this the reason you embarked?
I hoped to understand how you ended up here, Dad.
I have no time to get angry now. Go back to your duties. You can hear my story from the other members of the crew.
Wow.
There are rats inside the magazine.
That's the reason you've been brought on, deckhand. Try to earn your daily rations. Anything else?
He's crazy.
Someone stole the last barrel of grog.
What? This is really serious. But the quartermaster can take care of it. Anyway, no less than 100 lashes with the cat o' nine tails for the guilty party. Stealing the grog. The nerve. Anything else?
Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
There must be something here that I can use to snap him out of this. He's just gone crazy. What can we do? This room is like not creepy at all.
According to a chronicle of the period, these wooden mannequins were used to make the crew size appear larger. The fear factor and the number of armed
yes.
men visible was usually enough to win a battle without even fighting.
It's
Somebody
actually a good
carved a
idea.
name they gave to this mannequin in the wood. Jimbo.
So I'm carrying around a massive, big
It
mannequin.
would be better to use the stairs.
What's down here? A sword in a barrel.
This old sword could come in handy. Maybe I can learn how to handle it. If I'm not mistaken, near my house they just opened a school. The Swordmaster. That should guarantee success.
Yes, or you could use it to...
Yuck. The hilt is all sticky. Time must have corroded the handle's material.
I was gonna say he can use it on Uncle Steve. What can I do with a sticky-handled sword? Not too sure. What if I light up?
I should have a very valid reason to do something like that.
Okay, so
It's
we're not...
one of the oldest cannons on the ship. It has probably never been replaced. You can tell by the notches engraved on it. Every notch shows a battle in which it was shot. 8 notches, so 8 battles.
Oh.
An interesting tidbit of information. I guess it's still armed and ready to fire.
Okay, well we're not quite ready to fire the cannon just yet.
It's locked. If, as I suppose, this is the door to the hold, they have surely reinforced it. I obviously need the key to enter. I could ask the captain if he knows where I can find it.
Or we could use our little special tool.
It has lots of uses, but not this one.
Okay. This is crazy. What is Willy actually thinking when his dad has gone nuts like this, you know? His dad has lost his mind. Oh, there's heaps of things in here.
An old 3-cornered hat. I think it belonged to some captain, or someone from the upper class anyway.
We could wear a little pirate hat. That would be cute.
Some well-preserved clothes.
What about if we put it on? We could dress up like that, right?
Clothes from the end of the 600. Their fabric is very good. They were probably used only for the important guests of the ship, not for the crew.
I can't actually put them on just yet.
It doesn't strike me as the best time to start reading treatises on 17th century fashion.
There's a crack in there. He can spy on his dad.
I can't take them. They look like nautical charts. Probably routes of the adventure galley.
He's gone crazy.
Dad looks busy. He completely got into the role. Don Quixote de la Mancha. It's one of the first editions. Life on the Seas, Rules and Tasks on Board a Ship by William Kidd. It seems Kidd was writing a treatise. Interesting.
He's gone
Dad
crazy.
is seated at the captain's desk. There's a strange smell coming from the cabin.
A strange smell. I think it's those mushrooms, hey.
It looks like a voodoo doll. Some prankster guest of Kidd must have left it here after his stay. Better not touch it. I wouldn't want its curse to remain active on some descendant of the represented person.
The voodoo doll. I wonder if that's a voodoo doll of his father. No, he's got short hair. That's strange, though. What if I dress up Jimbo the
That
pirate?
is not its purpose.
Oh. I thought I could put
I have to find a better use for them.
the clothes on him. I'll talk to his dad again and see if he can let me into that locked room.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
I'll need the key to access the hold.
You still aren't an official member of the crew. You must earn this honor.
How?
Every new member must get to know the ship and gain the trust of the rest of the crew.
I think I already saw everything and talked with everyone.
Let's see if this is true of you.
Uh-oh.
Answer these 3 simple questions. First, name at least one member of the crew, except the captain, that you met on board.
What about Jimbo, the dummy?
Jimbo.
Second question. According to which code have the rules of life on board been drafted?
Oh. This one?
Life on the Seas by Kidd.
Third and last question. How many battles have we faced until today?
8.
8.
Well done. You have the honor of becoming one of Kidd's pirates.
Yay.
Among us, there's a pact of mutual friendship and loyalty. You deserve the key to access the hold.
Awesome. So what's in the hold? Thanks, but what's in there?
Thanks, Captain. I'm honored to be part of your crew. Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duty.
Alright, let's go down to the hold. I think that strange smell must be something to do with those mushrooms. I have this feeling that Uncle Steve knows exactly where Henry Morgan is.
Perfect. Wow! The legends were true.
Oh.
This is the result of years of piracy in all the seas of the world.
Whoa. Nice. The treasure actually exists.
The temptation to examine or take some of those coins is strong, but Dad takes precedence over everything. First, I have to take care of him, and then together we'll study the galley and its treasure.
Okay.
It's a mask. It doesn't seem to come from the Americas. I think it's the loot plundered from the assault on some ship coming from Europe.
Okay, what should we do with that? I'm not exactly sure.
It surely contained some spices. They were very precious goods. I don't need it now. Coffee beans. Kid and his crew knew their value very well.
Wow.
They all have to be dated and cataloged, even if I'd like to dive into it, like in the comic books. Doubloons and other coins. Surely the bounty from a raid of some ship headed from the Americas to Europe.
Wow, this is so cool. What should I do with the mask?
It won't be useful like this.
Should I put it on me? No. Wow. I must have to do something with this pirate.
That is not its purpose.
What if I put him onto the cannon, then dress him up?
Not here. A real sea dog would have never sat on one of the cannons turned to port. They were extremely superstitious. They thought that turning their back to the mainland was a sign of contempt, and that they would have been punished by the sea.
Okay, well what if we put him on the other cannon?
This old mannequin was used to deceive the enemy. The more mannequins there were, the larger and more dangerous the crew seemed. I could use it to distract my dad and enter his cabin. If I could disguise it as a pirate, I could make it pass for one of Kid's most bitter enemies. If I'm not mistaken, he named Morgan and Blackbeard earlier.
Yes.
I really see it as a Morgan.
Alright, let's put his hat on.
A classy touch. The hat makes it look more important.
And then his clothes.
They seem the right size. I don't think there was much variety of measurements on a pirate ship. It's starting to look like a member of the crew.
Let's cover his face though with the mask.
This gives it an aura of mystery.
Should I put the sword in as well?
Let's try to make it meaner. Discreetly threatening.
I think that's all that we need. So let's get his dad out again.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
There's someone on the bridge. Help!
Captain, there's Morgan on the bridge.
Morgan. Damn scoundrel. You finally came back for the final showdown.
Oh, he's gone nuts.
It's really you, foul traitor. What nerve you dare show. By returning to the ship you turned your back on after it welcomed you as a child. Prepare yourself to face my wrath.
While Dad is busy, I can access the captain's cabin.
He's
You
gone
won't get-
nuts. Oh, what should we do here? Chalice.
Dad has placed the logbook to protect the chalice's contents. Since I'm here, I better take them both.
What is in that chalice?
The same acrid smell of the mushrooms I saw in the cave emanates from the chalice. This could explain many things.
Yep,
Dad managed to survive all these years on a mixture of water and mushrooms. Even in small quantities, they sustain any organism that feeds on them and provide vital energy. On the other hand, they're also a powerful hallucinogen. Dad's state of shock following his fall from the cliffs, combined with the sight of Kid's ship, made him believe that he was the captain. If he keeps drinking from this chalice, he might never wake up. I have to get rid of this chalice. Professor Jones taught us that a strong adrenaline rush will counteract the mushroom's effect.
Oh, okay.
First the chalice and then the adrenaline. One thing at a time.
Okay.
These are the nautical charts of the galley. They will be worth a fortune. With these, it would be possible to retrace the ship's routes and identify the places it visited. I can't deal with this right now. It's more urgent that I find a way to get out of here with Dad.
Yes.
It's the statue of a dragon. It was also Kid's nickname. Other than Scourge of the Seas, he was known as the Sea Dragon for the firepower of his cannons. Better leave it where it is. I don't need it to get Dad out of here.
Okay, so how do we get rid of these mushrooms?
It's a metal chalice. Dad uses it to drink. Inside it is a mixture of water and hallucinogenic mushrooms.
What if I try and drink it? I can't. Okay, I just need to get rid of the mushrooms.
It's time to end the game.
Who's that?
Don't show your face again, Morgan.
Look who's back. Henry and his kid, the young Morgan.
How did you manage to get here,
That's
Steve?
It wasn't difficult. I was looking for you all over town, and suddenly, what a stroke of luck. I saw you entering the crypt in the graveyard. I waited for you a long time, Eventually, I decided to enter and I saw the tunnel. Henry, I didn't think you were still alive. I am partly relieved. My regret was consuming me. In the end, you were right. Kid's ship was docked here in Bone Town.
How dare you come aboard my ship without permission and offend a member of my crew? Who are you?
Henry, don't you recognize me? It's me.
Dad! Captain! It's Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
He was also able to get on board.
Blackbeard. Yes, I recognize you now.
Oh,
I see that
no.
you and Morgan are still inseparable. You'll end up just like him.
Henry, not again.
You leave me no choice.
Get
I
him.
understand, Henry. I'm ready.
Come on.
On guard.
Whatever you want, Henry.
Wow.
I can't let you go.
Nobody wants to escape.
I think I need to do something. I think I need to light up that cannon while they're fighting. Is this right?
I should have a very valid reason to do something like that.
That wasn't right at all. I thought that was right.
Better not. The ship is docked on this side. There's a risk that the shot could ricochet and cause damage.
Okay, I wonder if I do have to.
Let's see what you can do.
On guard!
I'm not too sure
Let's see what you can
do.
do.
On guard!
Well, they could just fight there for a little while while
A day of a...
while I'm busy. I don't know what to do here with these stupid
Let's see
mushrooms.
what you can do.
I
On
can't
guard!
believe that this is what I need to do.
I can't use this cannon to get rid of the chalice. It hasn't got a wick.
Hasn't got a wick.
Prepare yourself.
I was born ready.
Is this all you can
jeez.
do?
I'm just...
I can't believe it's making me look around for a thing to do with this chalice.
It should work. It's not a cannonball, so it won't have such a devastating effect.
What?
And now the coup de grace. Fire!
Okay. Don't ask any questions. Just do your thing, Willie.
I did it! Heck, I didn't see that coming. The racket from the cannon was more devastating than the shell itself. Better go back on deck and alert Dad.
Well, at least the chalice is gone, right? That's the main thing. And they're still
You
fighting.
don't stand a chance this time.
We'll see.
What do we do?
You're
going down,
You defeated me,
Blackbeard.
Henry.
A victory over a man who was once a friend has no value for me.
Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt your duel, but I think we need to go. The cave is collapsing.
Captain, what are you talking about?
The adrenaline caused by the duels with Jimbo and Steve is reducing the effect of the mushrooms. Hurry, let's go. There's not much time.
Finally.
Not before seeing the treasure. I've never been so close to it, and I have no intention of leaving now.
But Steve, not now. There will be other opportunities in the future.
Yes, Steve. The kid's right. Let's run while we still can.
Henry, do you recognize me?
Steve, is that you? Oh, I'm not sure what's happening. It feels like I just woke up from a long dream.
There's no time, Dad. Let's go.
Dad? How come? Who?
You go! I want Kid's treasure. It represents my whole life's work. Henry, just know that I didn't want any of this to happen.
Steve!
He's gonna die
Farewell.
down there.
Dad, let's go.
Okay, I'll follow.
Well, he can die with his stupid treasure. We need to get out of here. The whole place is gonna collapse. Steve is dead in there. A few hours later.
Dad, I finally found you.
Willie, is that really you? How long has it been?
10 years, Dad. 10 very long years.
10 years. So this means you received my letter.
Yes, but why did you only have it delivered after all this time?
I sensed that something was wrong with Steve. I could see it in his behavior. When I realized that the search for Kid's treasure was becoming an obsession, I started to suspect that he could hurt our family. I hid my piece of the map and decided to deal with him. You are a Morgan. You have the spirit of adventure in your blood. But you were only 5.
and I didn't want to trouble Mom with such a burden. I hoped that in 10 years Steve's obsession would vanish. I decided that if anything ever happened to me, you, after turning the necessary age, would be ready to pick up from where I left off. So I sent the post-dated letter.
I read Steve's diary. I know you fell off the cliff. How did you survive?
A stroke of luck. I fell right into the sea, and the tide pushed me toward an underwater passage that led directly to the cave. I wanted to find a way to get back to the surface, but I had to recover my strength first. The last thing I remember is some really delightful mushrooms. Then, it's all a blank.
Dad, let's go back home. We have a lot of things to talk about. Plus, we have to find a way to tell Mom without making her faint.
Elizabeth. Yes, we should go back.
What if she has a new husband by now? It's been 10
Ready
years.
to leave Bonetown once and for all?
Bonetown is not a bad town. As soon as the legal formalities are arranged, we could think about coming back here. Remember, deep inside the cave is still the Adventure Galley. Who knows how much it can still tell the world about the golden age of piracy.
Speaking of which, when I took the chalice, I also brought the ship's logbook with me. Here it is.
Knights of the Sea. Aww, that was really sweet. I quite liked that. I actually quite liked that a lot. It was a very enjoyable story, although I find the ending with his dad to be a little bit strange. I am glad that they reunited and his dad is feeling a little bit better now, so that was actually quite good. I really loved the puzzles. They were challenging enough without being overly difficult, and you couldn't work out what to do, so there was definitely an element of slight difficulty there, but nothing too major that it just drives you nuts to figure it out. So this was, if I'm able to figure something out, then someone else should be able to figure something out. So I really liked that as well. There were elements in this game with the mechanics that I quite enjoyed, such as pressing the spacebar to find objects that you can interact with in this scene. That was very, very helpful, as often with point and click games you have to just move your cursor everywhere across the page and you just don't know what you're meant to do. But this had that element of helping you find out which objects were interactable, so that is a very good help as well. The story was delightful. I found the character of Willie Morgan to be very likable. He is a sweet young boy. I'm guessing he's about 15, 16 or so, and he had a very likable nature. His dad was nice once we get him off these mushrooms, but having his dad there after 10 years, that was cool. That was nice. I'm glad there's a happy ending, but how can he just survive for 10 years on mushrooms? 10 years on mushrooms, living on this ship, thinking that he's a captain. That would send you way loopy. I think he needs some serious therapy when he gets back to town, that's for sure. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed Willie Morgan and the Curse of Bonetown. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you again later. Bye.